Sesame Street cast members who have died. Let's do this shit right now. Will Lee. You probably don't know Will Lee, but he was Mr. Hooper. Sadly, he died of a heart attack in 1982. And the producers of Sesame Street were going to say he moved to Florida, but it was time for them to move on and tell the truth to the kids. So, in a special episode, Big Bird cries about Mr. Hooper's death. And this episode right here won a Peabody Award. Norman Calloway. Sesame Street doesn't want to explain he didn't exist. Well, he did. He played David, the funny clown. But behind the scenes, he got arrested and went to a psychiatric hospital. It's sad. I think Norman Lear was actually a nice guy. Sure, he had his problems here and there, but he was still funny. Jim Henson, the creator of Sesame Street. He was also Kermit the Frog and too many other Muppets to even count. He was a legend. Lots of actors did replace Kermit in honor of his memory. Richard Hunt, the first gay. Behind the scenes, he was gay. He didn't tell anyone. He played Scooter on The Muppet Show. That guy is funny. But he died of AIDS in 1992. Raul Julia. Many of you don't know he was on Sesame Street. He's most famous for The Addams Family and Street Fighter the movie. Of course! He actually had cancer. It was his last film. It deserved to be his last film. Jean-Claude Van Damme was on cocaine. Van Damme was on cocaine on Street Fighter. No, I did not make that up. He was literally on cocaine. Charles O'Brien. Charles O'Brien was a funny stage actor who was in a dance choreography in the 1930s. He played Old Man Jenkins. She ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be. Bill Matthau was a comedian and stage actor. He's probably known for the cult classic Santa Claus versus the Martians. And he played a funny character on the show. And he will be missed. Matt Robinson, the original Gordon. I like to call him Shaft Gordon. Who's the sexy streets? Gordon? You're damn right. Who's one bad motherfucker? Shut your mouth. I'm talking about Gordon. You're damn right. I like to call him Shaft Gordon. Larry died in 2002. Michael Jennings. He's probably best known on Sesame Street as Mr. Noodle, but he actually did other things. He was in The Polar Express, Jurassic Park 3, and plenty of other great movies. He later died from AIDS. Kermit Love. That sounds like a porn name, but it's not. It's a puppeteer name. And he played a character, Old Man Jenkins. I fucking love Old Man Jenkins. That Old Man Jenkins. That Old Man Jenkins was one tough motherfucker. Clara Reid. Clara Reid was most famous for the sitcom 227. She was also married to Kevin Pierre Hall. That's right. She was married to the guy who played the Predator, Harry and the Hendersons, and he was also one of the misfits of science. The fucking misfits of science. They should reboot that show. Okay, Larry Block. Larry Block was a funny character actor, but he also did serious stuff. He was on MASH. That's how serious he was. He was a professional stage actor. Jerry Nelson. Jerry Nelson's most famous on Sesame Street for playing Count and Harry. One number, two numbers, three numbers, That guy was just, he was yeah. Larry Jackson. Larry Jackson replaced Norman Lear after his 1990 death. He was still funny, but he also was a serious actor. He was in The Brother from Another Planet, Car Wash, and The Color Purple. Michael Earl. Michael Earl was the puppeteer for Mr. Snuffleupagus and Dr. Tick-Tock. He later died of cancer, but he will be missed. David Shama. David Shama was a professor, and he was also a retired fireman who worked on Sesame Street. he did some funny jokes here and there. Yeah, nice person. Clara Reid. Clara Reid is most famous for The Facts of Life, but before that show, she was on Sesame Street as like a lady who delivers the mail. And she was also on Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis? And finally, the last one, Carol Spinney. Carol Spinney is most famous for playing Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch. He later retired from that show in 2018 and later died the next year. Matt Vocal replaced Big Bird, but he will always be this character. You will be missed, Carol. You will be missed.